Over the late summer and early fall, I was finally able to look at building the footboard for Grace's bedroom project and Grace's bed that I've been working on what seems like forever. And during this time also, we had this string of weather, this 2 to 3 week period where I think it rained every single day. And I think we got something like 12 to 14 inches of rain during that time. And so into this story, I wanted to put some time lapse of just the weather rolling through our area. This is a pretty easy build, just a couple 2x4s that created the legs and the stretcher piece between the two. It's a super easy project to build, nothing elaborate. I wanted to utilize the storage that the bed frame created with a big gap in the middle and just kind of wasted space. So I had this idea of creating a removable footboard that we could then access that space to put some storage containers in, and you'll see how that kind of comes to fruition later with. But again, this is pretty easy. Just went through, cut out the 2x4 edges or the rolled over edge of the 2x4s, and then split them in half. This would create the two legs and the top piece. Sanded everything over just to get rid of any major defects. And just countersunk some screws. You can see in the background another cloudy day. And here's another time lapse of another system that rolled through our area. There's the basic structure. Again, very, very simple. More rain. To create the main panel in the center, I just went to the home center and got a pre-cut 2x4, 2 foot by 4 foot sheet of birch plywood. I didn't buy a full sheet, I didn't really want to worry about it for this, but it was pretty simple. Just had to make a couple of minor cuts and adjustments to it. And for the detail work, I wanted something pretty simple, so I went and used pine lattice work. Super cheap, easy to use. Good for good minor details. I think those are maybe an 1/8 inch thick. Then it was just a matter of cutting it to the right size and creating a picture frame border. Again, I wanted to keep this pretty simple. With the LEDs and all the different boxes in the bed, I wanted to keep the footboard pretty simple. Finally, you can see the sun came out. It was a great time for it because I needed to paint this, let it sit. So I gave it a good coat of paint. Some people, I don't know what some people do when paint dries. I mow my lawn. To cap the footboard off, I just cut a piece of 1x3 pine, I believe that is, and just centered it into the frame, just to give it a little detail. The headboard actually has the same piece, so it kind of kept that design idea throughout the whole piece. But again, super easy, just as a nice way to cap the project off. The idea was to build a little frame inside the actual structure of the footboard to inset some magnets so that it would hold onto the plywood middle. This is just leftover pieces to an actual box spring I dismantled a while ago for another project. The magnets I used for this project just came from Woodcrafters. They're pretty light. They're not heavy duty magnets by any means. And here I am just laying out the position of where I think the magnet should go. and using some 2-part epoxy to put the magnets in. And here I am just attaching that frame to the actual footboard. And going around to the 2 sides. And there's an upside down view of how the center section fits into the frame. Then I was just marking out where the magnets were on the plywood. So here I am just going around the frame and making sure the positioning works. Then I would use the same Forstner bit to cut those inserts in. And then I would go in and actually hand screw the washers into the plywood. And here you can see the basic idea of how it works. The bed is finally finished. I never thought I'd get this project done, but I'm really excited about it, really happy with it. Grace loves it. Between the LED headboard and the magnetic footboard and the actual bed itself works great. She loves it. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out those videos here and here. Like and subscribe if you think it's worth it. I would love your support, would love to connect with you and communicate with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you again later.